Hope everyone's doing good. I want to show you a really cool case study how my client Supun went from complete beginner, not knowing how to do exercise properly when he started to become natural fitness model champion. Okay, so I'm gonna walk you through the training programs, the nutrition strategies, everything we did. I'm gonna try to do it as quickly as possible. So pay attention. For those who don't know me, my name is Gayan Pereira. I'm a PICP strength coach and a sports nutrition specialist. That was fast. All right. So when Supun started, actually, Supun first started with me in September 2020. So that's the COVID period when the gyms were locked down. Now I'm recording the video in September 2024. So he's been training with me for 4 years at this point. I'm only going to walk you through how we get from this point to win the natural fitness model championship. Okay. Take you through entire 4 weeks will be 4 years will be it will take a long time, but yeah. Cool. So when he first started, he had no intentions of competing. When he first started, he's been to gym before. He mostly done cardio. He didn't know how to do the exercises properly, execute safely and effectively. Um, the reason he came to me, he was in lockdown for a couple of months. He gained a lot of weight. He developed bad eating habits. He was eating a lot of junk food. He wasn't feeling great. He gained a lot of weight. So initially, the only goal he had is just to lose weight. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. It's a great goal. When you gain weight, when you don't feel good, fantastic. You need to lose weight, get start eating healthy. You get fit, you feel great, right? So that was the goal. So we started with that. Now the training at this point, you are in lockdown. Gyms are closed. We had no options other than the home workout. He had a couple of dumbbells, couple of like resistant bands, sticks. So we had to use whatever he had. Now the first training program. Now it's always a challenge when you don't have a lot of equipment, but if you're smart about it, you can still get a good workout done with limited equipment. I have a lot of clients do home workouts, but like if you have a couple of dumbbells, couple of resistant bands, you can get a really good workout done. Yeah, if you remember back in like the when it was like the first lockdown, even getting like a set of dumbbells was difficult. It was complete madness. Anyway, so in the first program, we did 4 days per week of training. We used the dumbbells. He had resistant bands and blood flow restriction training. If you are not familiar with the method, you've probably seen people who like put cups here, sometimes in the quads and train. So that's blood flow restriction training. I wouldn't use it as a primary training method. However, when you don't have a lot of options or challenging weight, it becomes very, very useful. The idea is in studies, it shows when you use blood flow restriction training, at least in the short run, you can get similar level of muscle growth compared to lifting heavy. Because you will see that when you put the cup, when that metabolites start to build up, the weight you can use is going to become significantly less, by your muscle fibers experience the same level of tension, I would say. Yeah. So this is very useful when you don't have a lot of equipment, a lot of weight, and also when you have like an injury, if you have little niggles, you don't want to risk lifting heavy weights and making it worse. This is a very useful training method. Like I said, I wouldn't use it as a primary training method, but there's a time and place for everything, right? Okay, let's move on. Cool. So actually, if you go to Supun's Instagram or my Instagram, he put a video together when he after he competing, how he started. It's really cool. He actually documented. I didn't know until he put that out. I didn't know he documented everything, how he progressed, starting from here. When you watch the video, you can see he was really struggling here with the basic movements, but he improved very quickly. I'll walk you through how the system I use, because we did like very specific things to get from like not knowing what to do to winning a competition. It's not easy. You have to do things properly. Okay, cool. So the second program, by this time, the gyms are they were started to open up. If you remember like when them gyms started to open up, you had to like pre-book. They only took like few people at a time. So that was yeah, that was the time. We still do stick to 4 days. In this program, I use a training method called 4-rep system. So the idea is, okay, let's take an example. Let's say bench press. So the first set, you will do 16 reps. The second set, you will do 12 reps. The third set, you will do 8 reps. And the fourth set, you will do 4 reps. So, sorry, that's where the 4-rep system, the name come from. So you just cut 4 reps off each set. The reason why I did it, because even at this point, we did like 6 weeks of home workouts, and he is still not very familiar or confident with exercises. So I didn't want to put him into a lower rep range where you have to lift heavy and get injured. Yeah, so the injured, like, avoid injuries at all cost. If you are injured, you are not progressing, right? So an injured athlete is not a progressing one. Avoid injuries at all costs. Okay, so so the idea is he start every exercise with 16 reps, then he can slowly build it up, and towards the end he can lift a little bit of heavier as well. So I want to get him. I want to build strength. I want him to build strength and also get familiarized with the exercise technique. So it worked out really well in that period, in the transition period. So the third program is a method called undulating daily undulating periodization. So the method is, I spoke about this before. We use variety of rep ranges within the week. Day 1 and 2, we use lower reps, so heavy weights by definition. And day 3, moderate weight, moderate rep range. And towards the end of the week, relatively light load, heavy, high number of reps. Now, program number 4, functional hypertrophy. So 6 to 12, 12 reps, technically functional hypertrophy is like 6 to 8, but yeah, it's a mix of functional hypertrophy and hypertrophy. And program 5, we did 8 to 15 reps. Okay, now so here you can clearly see the number of reps are relatively high compared to here, right? So the reason why I did that here, because for now, like, this is roughly about 3 to 3.5 months we've been lifting quite heavy, and I wanted to give his joint and connective tissues a break, because you can't keep lifting heavy all the time without giving a break. Over time, your muscles recover quickly, generally, but your connective tissues don't. If you don't give them a break, you will run into injuries over time. Okay, so you need to plan things properly. This is where a lot of people get injured. A lot of people think it's because their muscles are not recovered. That's not the case. Most of the time, it's just your connective tissues are not recovered properly. Okay, and this program 6, 88664, 88664. And the program 8, wave loading. So I really like this programming method. This is primarily used by powerlifters to build strength, and originally it's used with lower rep ranges like 3 to 1, meaning you will do first set you will do 3 reps, second set you will do 2 reps, and the last set you will do 1 rep. So when powerlifters train to like increase their 1 rep max, that's the sport is. Just need to get stronger and stronger. So this is a very useful training method to develop strength. But if you modify the rep range, you can still use that for muscle growth and also to build strength at the same time. So with him, I use 10-8-6, 10-8-6. So it's 2 waves. So basically, this is the first wave. That's three sets. So you are in this one. He's doing 6 sets for exercise, but you don't want to do this for the entire program. It's going to be brutal. I generally use for the main 2 exercises when I program this method. Then the rest of the program will be not as intense. Okay, you can use this for 3 waves as well. So if that's the case, it will be 9 sets 1086, 1086, 1086. I don't think I have used 3 waves. Nah, but I've seen powerlifters do that. But it's a bit too much for us. Don't need no don't need to take it that far. Cool. So the idea is, let's again take an example. Let's take a leg press. Let's say you did 60 kilos for 10 reps, and because reps are decreasing, you can increase the weight every single set here, right? Then when you get to the second wave, first set of the second wave, if you did 60 kilos here, you want to try to do like 65 here. So you want to start the second wave a little bit heavier. So that's the idea of that method. Then the program 9, 5 to 7 reps, that's classic functional hypertrophy range. You build a strength as a good combination of strength and muscle growth. And the program 10, 6, 6, 6, 8, 8. And program 11 is this is an advanced training method. So 10, 10, 6, 20. If we take again, let's take quads, the same example. So for this, the exercise selection is very, very important. You want to choose proper exercises for the rep ranges. Some exercises lend themselves very well for certain rep ranges. For example, for this one, ideally I would use, for 10 reps, I would use back squat or leg press. And for 6 reps, I would use like heavy front foot elevated split squats. Then for 20 reps, I would use something like leg extensions, right? You don't want to do back squat for 20 reps. You can do it, but if you train hard enough, I guarantee it will take a long time for you to recover. You want to train hard enough so you stimulate the muscle growth, but you don't want to annihilate that. You don't recover for multiple days. That means you're not going to be able to properly train again for like a week if you really train hard and do like 4 sets of 20 reps back squat. It's going to take a lot out of you, right? So that's why when you program, you need to be smart and use the proper exercise selection. Program 12, German body composition, is a very simple program, but effective. I'll talk about this one many times. This is a very good training program for there are different levels. You have beginner level of German body composition, intermediate, and advanced. So here I use like intermediate level of German body composition. Yeah, it's a simple program. Don't want to talk. I'm not going to talk about. It's not that I don't want to. It's just the time. It's going to take a lot. Yeah, it's already at 12 minutes, right? So let's just keep moving. If you watch my other videos, you will know what that means. And program 13, heavy light method. This is also I spoke about before, but to give you a very quick, simple example, you will do a superset for the main muscle group you are training. If you take chest, you can do like incline bench press or incline Smith machine for 6 to 8 reps. Then you can take 30 to 45 seconds break. Then you will do something like incline flies, cable flies, or the flying pec fly machine for 12 to 15 reps, right? So that's what that means. Cool. So one of the common questions I get, like, how do you know which program to do at a certain time? There are a few things you need to take into consideration. For me, this stuff I don't really have to think anymore. I've trained over 1,200 clients. It's just mostly intuition now. I just know. Sometimes I just know what to do. Then when I see the results, okay, that's why it works. Like the reasoning comes after, because just doing this or like training clients in different situations for like a long period of time. This is my over 10 years now. So yeah, it's but the things I would look for is how he's progressing. That's always the number one. And how his recovery is. Does he have like joint pain? Is mood low? Is he like extremely so? You're gonna be sore, but you don't want to be extremely sore. So and also the rep ranges of the previous programs. Like this is a good example. If you've been training heavy for a while, yeah, time to time you need to back off that intensity, otherwise you can run into injuries. Okay, there are a few things you need to take into consideration, but when when you do this for a long period of time, this just becomes intuition. Cool. The nutrition. So initially, he didn't have the competitions were not even in the horizon. So we just primarily focused on getting the body fat level down, losing weight, and feeding better, getting healthier. He was eating 4 meals a day, three main meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and a snack. And on the second phase, we wanted to, so by this time, he lost a lot of body fat and weight. We wanted to build some muscles and maintain the body fat level. So we want to build muscles, but don't want to put body fat again, because we spend a lot of time losing that. Don't want that coming back again. So this is where he started to show interest in competing. He saw a few of my other clients competed, did exceptionally well. He was asking me about competitions. And it's like, okay, cool. Maybe we'll like, set a date and start preparing for it. Then that's where the third phase. So here, by this time, so we spent some time losing body fat. Here we put on a little bit of muscle mass as well. And the third phase, we want to bring that body fat level down close to like 8-7%. So that way you look really, because looking lean in photos and winning competitions, completely different ball game. Because when you're on the stage, when you're competing, I mean, I'm just telling you, because you don't have to compete. Even Supun didn't have competing goal. Just to show you the difference, because when you are competing, you are going to stand in a line and compete against other people who train. Maybe they've been training longer than you. They're going to look good as well. So you're going to get compared. So you want to go to the stage the best possible. You want to bring the best possible shape you can to the competition. Okay. Yeah. So now in the competition, he won. He did 2 competitions. The first competition he did well. I think, if I remember correctly, he won 1 second place and 1 third place. He didn't win first place in the first competition. In the second competition, he absolutely smashed it. So this is how he looked a few days before the competition. These are natural competitions, by the way, right? So it's an important distinction. There's no substance, nothing is, just everything natural. So the second competition, he won 3 gold medals, 3 first places, 1 second place, and 1 third place. Okay. So this is the photos he sent me 3 to 4 days before the competition, and then he just absolutely smashed it. Now he wanted to compete again next year. So we are now, he looks even better. We keep like maintaining the body fat level and keep building muscle mass. Recently he got married as well, and congratulations to him. Awesome. So can an average person do this? I highly encourage for you to go and watch this video he put together. You can go to my Instagram or his Instagram. I'm not sure if his Instagram is private or not, but my one is public, so you can see it there. Because after he posted this video, I saw a lot of people were motivated, because sometimes you just need to see someone else do it, like someone else in your condition or situation. When you see someone do it, then that gives you confidence to go and do it. Sometimes you just need to see someone do it, right? Like bungee jumping. Sometimes you just want to do someone. Sometimes you just want to see someone do it. Then you can do it as well. So always remember, like when you look at this, is like it. Sometimes people think, okay, that's like a difficult goal to achieve. But when he started, there was nothing, like he had nothing special to start with. He started like everyone else. Then he just keep training. Obviously, hard work is super important. But if you don't know how to do this, if you're don't waste a lot of time, you need to get a good plan now. So this is where I see a lot of people struggle. Unfortunately, a lot of people still don't understand the importance of a good plan and a good coach. I get messages all the time, like every single day. I've been training for this many years. I don't see any progress. Then when they show me what they've been doing, absolutely ridiculous ways, been wasting time for a long period of time. Terrible training programs, nutrition strategies are horrible. It's not just like everything else, when it comes to personal trainers, like fitness, there are levels to this. Not everyone is the same. Different trainers have different level of knowledge, different level of experience. Um, yeah. So do your background. If you're gonna get from someone, just don't go into a random trainer. Um, and ask them to train you, probably be wasting a lot of time and money. Do your research and get a good trainer, because that one, if you do that, that will cut your time, that will take you to get to your goal by a lot. Um, yeah, I was gonna say something else and I forgot. That's all right if I remember. I might put a comment on this. Cool, yeah. As long as you have the right plan, and if you work hard, everybody can do that. It doesn't matter how fast you can run if you are running in the wrong direction. First, get the right plan, then train hard. Cool. I'll see you guys in another video.